Hello, 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 and welcome, my Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your Twin Flame reading for May into June 2020. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mel for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, and president of Drawing the Circle Productions. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, willing, and ready and able, I think, to read for you today. First reading of the series. If you are new to my channel, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell because I am putting out content every single day pretty much, and comment in the comment section below, particularly the Twin Flame readings. People have some more immediate responses to, and it's nice for feedback because I live alone except with my 3 black cats, my 3 boys who I love dearly, but they can't talk. Well, they can. Some things get lost in translation. That's why they call me Mama. Mama. You know what I mean. So let's get down to business, shall we? This is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? Use your intuition, feel it out. Just because it doesn't feel good doesn't mean it's not an intuitive hit. So just take it as it comes. Check your other signs. That's why I'm doing Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Also, due to the length of upload times, I'm keeping these readings a bit shorter. We're only doing 13 cards in total, but 2 element spreads, one for the Divine Feminine and one for the Divine Masculine. Those are party number 1 and party number 2 in a Twin Flame soulmate contract. No, sorry, not soulmate. Those are different, twin flames, and it's easy to get the two confused considering so much has been said about both of them and many conflating the two together. They're not the same thing. Twin flame contracts, pre-incarnational agreements that you teach each other. They are teaching relationships. You teach each other how to love yourselves, how to set boundaries, how to respect yourself, self-respect. They are often turbulent and traumatic. And usually we think of them only as romantic sexual, but that is not always the case. My father and I were twin flame contract. Bless his soul. He crossed over the summer between high school and college for me back in 1986. Yeah, I'm going to be 52 years old in September, Virgo that I am. And, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be on my spiritual path. I would have never studied psychology and spirituality and the way to make sure that I healed myself. So he taught me how to love myself, but could never give me the love that I really wanted him to because I had to give that to myself. You hearing me? You feeling me? So let's have a look-see-dook-see at these two as a twin flame contract read. Party number 1 will be on this side. That'll be the Divine Feminine. Party number 2, the Divine Masculine, will be on this side. We're not talking about bodily gender. We're talking about energetic dynamic. I consider myself to be more Divine Yin, Divine Feminine. Look what I do for a living as an intuitive. Plus, look at me. Gorgeous. Well, with a grain of salt. Salt scrub. So look, if you focus on your breath, stay in the present moment, I will do the same, and I'll get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can in 13 cards. I think you'll dig the spread. It was channeled to me last night, revealed to me last night. So let's have a look, shall we? Nice deep breath. All the decks that I read are in the description box below. I will call them out as we go. Like, for instance, we're going to start with 2, count them, 2 of the Caroline Myss archetype cards, 1 for the Divine Feminine, 1 for the Divine Masculine, and we will build off of that, okay? Breathe. First read of the day, well, technically second read of the day. I did the daily reads for all 12 signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, so second read of the day, but first twin flame read of the day, please, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. 2 cards, 1 for the Divine Feminine and 1 card for the Divine Masculine. In this Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame contract for May to June, into June 2020. 1 for the Divine Feminine, please, and 1 for the Divine Masculine, my pantheons. Thank you very much. All right, let's see who our unhappy couple is. And I remember, these are not always romantic, sexual. The soulmate contracts, those are the ones you want if you're looking for the happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic relationships. These may or may not be sexual, romantic, but, turbulent, can be traumatic, very tricky. Teaching each other how to love yourself. And we're looking at the Divine Feminine Alchemist archetype. I'll read that in a minute. and the divine masculine visionary. Now, visionary and an alchemist could get a lot of good work done together, but chances are you are teaching each other as irresistible force, immovable object. The alchemist is part of the wisdom family of archetypes, the visionary, the creative. So right there can be a little push and pull going on. The shadow attribute of the alchemist for the divine feminine, misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. And Carolyn Mace, who created the deck, says that the alchemist can share families. It can be both the wisdom as well as the divine family. So misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. Now, I'll leave you to your own devices if you're the divine feminine about what that could be. But think about when you turn to your spirituality to get what you want, right? It's not always the healthiest thing. But the light attribute, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom, the alchemist archetype. Yeah? Okay. Our divine masculine, we have the visionary archetype, the shadow attribute, selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Now I have the visionary archetype, and I love the visionary archetype. But the thing is, sometimes you want to dumb it down. Like, perfect example, I just started going through my old catalog of videos that I had from Vimeo.com, my pay-per-view stuff, and I started pulling out the meditations and the prayers to put them on YouTube, right? It's like we're in a tricky time on planet Earth, so I wanted to do that. And like in the first day, I lost like 7 subscribers. I'm like, well, that's probably why. I don't know for sure, but tough. You know, I was given a vision to do this, right? I'm monetized now. It's more content. It'll help people. It's not timely, meaning it's timely in the sense of planet Earth, but you know, it's something that people can watch 10 years from now, and there are meditations and prayers that will be helpful then, right? As opposed to just something for, in this case, May to June 2020. So I get that, you know, wanting to compromise your vision to make it more acceptable and more profitable, but tough. I'm not doing that. The light attribute, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. And I think I just explained that. I think I just gave you a personal example of that. So, you know, the alchemist and the visionary, if this was not a twin flame contract, I would say could probably get a lot done, right? Be very supportive of each other. But it's twin flamey, so let's see how they're helping each other learn, heal, grow, and become the best that they can be. Often by being turbulent, traumatic, troublesome, tumultuous, right? Tricky, triggery. What we're going to do is we are going to take 5, count them, 5 Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the element spread to help further refine and look at that divine feminine alchemist archetype. We will be doing the same with the mythic tarot for the divine masculine, and then we'll get a healing mantra deck and we're done. I told you we're keeping these relatively short, but info-packed, and hopefully not just educational, but entertaining, because I'm me. Breathe. Oh, that feels so good. My goddesses, please. 5 cards. We'll pull them one at a time. Element spread for this divine feminine alchemist archetype in this Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, a twin flame contract for May into June 2020. Please. Element of fire. What does she want? Element of earth. What does she have to help her get what she wants? Element of air. What does she think about all of this? Element of water. What does she feel about all of this? Ooh, no, I just don't want that one. Didn't feel right. Please, element of water. What does she feel about all of this? Okay, I saw what it was, but that's all right. It's a good card. And the spirit. What is the point of view or the voice of her soul in this soul contract, twin flame, May, June 2020? All right, so element of fire, what does she want? Well, she got the card of oppression, which is essentially the devil card in this deck. Fiona Morgan, brilliant author and writer, took the devil card because it's a feminist deck. It's rather matriarchal, so it leaves a lot of patriarchal symbolism out of it. There are some masculine energies in this deck, but not in this card. The devil is split into the coyote woman and this card oppression, where what she wants is probably one would say she wants to be oppressed. Chances are she wants to break the chains that binds. She wants out. These two might be in a relationship already, right? This might, usually twin flames of this nature are, they know each other. Let's remember, this could be a family relationship, right? Is feeling oppressed and wants her what? Freedom. What's the opposite of oppression? Freedom. So if you are watching this as the divine feminine or identifying as the alchemist here, using your spiritual practice, really look at what is the gift. I know it's not being airy-fairy, la-di-da, positive thinking. It's saying, well, somehow there's some growth, there's some gift here. So what is the opposite of oppression but freedom? So thank you for this gift of freedom, that I will get free of this. I will learn. I will heal. I will grow. I will remove these stones holding me down. There's a woman buried under there, and each stone is a face, right? But even once she gets all of those faces, those stones off of her, she still has to make her way through some of those burning doorways to get out, to make her way out of this situation. But remember, fire is a valuable part of alchemy, right? The fires of transformation. So if there are codependent, abusive, neglectful patterns going on here, she wants to be liberated from it. But with the alchemist archetype, there's a transformation of base motives, get me the hell out of here, transforming that into golden wisdom, that actually wisdom comes through experience. So getting the most that she can out of this. Now that's what she wants. What's her element of earth? To help her get that is the Sybil. Hold your water, Sybil, except it's an air card. The Ace of Blades. What she has is new ideas. What she has is new thoughts. What she has is exactly kind of what I was just saying. The ability to see things differently, to bring in a new thought. Like, for example, what is the gift? What am I getting out of this? Where is the gold in all this lead? Now, since we're talking the alchemist here, keep in mind that on the periodic table, lead has 3 more atoms than gold. So something has to be burned off, right? Something has to be given up, released, or if you want to use the word in an alchemical sense, forgiven. In other words, you're giving something up for something in return, because lead is toxic, gold is healing. And I mean, literally, you get lead in your system, it's a really bad deal. You get gold in your system, actually, like colloidal silver, there's also colloidal gold, can very much be a healing agent. Just saying. What's she got in her element of air? What's she thinking? She is thinking, I want this over and done with. The 10 of flames, the Hora. Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila. Seeing this as a rite of passage, right? That she's almost done with. She's really thinking about it. She really wants to complete this, to wrap this puppy up, to learn what she has to learn. And particularly if she's an alchemist, she's saying, all right, well, if I have to sit in the crucible a little bit longer, if I got to like transform what? The way she's thinking, right? If I have to change the way that I'm thinking through these fires of oppression in this relationship, then I will do so. So already with that sort of dominant imagery of fire going on here, this could be the Aries, but so could this divine masculine visionary. So let's keep going. What's she feeling? What's her element of water? This is the card that jumped. The card of strength. So emotionally, she's got the courage to do it. The fortitude. To me, the grace of fortitude is a very heart chakra thing, a very emotional thing. The grace of fortitude, God, Goddess, all that is, surround me with the castle wall of the soul, carved of a single diamond, 100 feet high and 10 feet thick, that I may contain the emotions within me that want to destroy and eat me and everyone else alive, like the wild lion there. And rather than me taming it, slaying it, let me learn to ride it, its power, and have its strength, its courage to move forward through the fire, to the limit, to the wall. I just chakra conned you. Right? Chakra conned you. I'm very pro-con. I love that joke so much. It's such a dad joke, too, and I'm not a dad. I'm a mom, cat mom. 6 of Blades is the voice of the soul here, the point of view of the soul, which is the card of manipulation, but not necessarily manipulating the other person, although that could certainly be the shadow side of the alchemist there, but to see things different, right? This card has no reversal. It's all about spin. So looking at the Ace of Blades here with what she has, the soul is saying, look at this differently, and I'm going to go with what initially came through me. What is the gift? What, like resistance training, right? If you've ever lifted weights, God forbid, right? that you develop muscles, right? Which, if what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, then here we go, strength, that she's getting some emotional strength here, alchemizing this from lead to gold. I like her a lot. And remember, I just have to say him and her to keep sane as I do this, but this is not about gender. Let's jump over and look at this Divine Masculine Visionary. Same dealio, but with a different deck. So this way, if there are, parallel cards, because really, look at her. She's got 2 air cards, 1 fire card, and 2 major arcana cards. It's an interesting balance. No water, no earth. So let's see if he's got the water and the earth here. Nice, deep breath. Or if, like twins, they will mirror each other in that really tricky, toxic, tumultuous, transformative way. Please, my gods, the Divine Masculines, please, one card in clarity. I need this for the Divine Masculine Visionary archetype in this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Tricky, tumultuous twin flame contract for May into June 2020. Please, element of fire, what does he want? Element of earth, what does he have? Just checking. Element of earth, what does he have to help him get what he wants? That one. Element of air, what is he thinking about all of this? Element of water, what is he feeling about all of this? And element of spirit, what is the voice of the soul? Now I will take a picture of these and pop them up at the end of the video when I do the summary, or as I like to call it, the overview, right? So for this Divine Masculine Visionary archetype, what he wants is the 10 of Swords. Oh, he wants this over and done with too. He wants the mental part of it. So it would make sense the Divine Masculine is going to be a little bit more intellectual, the Divine Feminine a bit more intuitive. So he's like done thinking about this. It's like, can we resolve this already? Someone's using the hose outside. It makes squeaky noises. So, is maybe wants to stop talking about this, wants this over and done with. Because it's been overthought and overwrought. Neighbors. So just it mentally done. Like if you think of the 10 of Blades, the 10 of Swords in the Rider-Waite, right? Face down in the mud, 10 swords in the back. But that's not about betrayal. It's about it's done. Like stick a sword in it. It's done. Stick 10 swords in it. It's done. So both of them kind of want the same thing, but she's really thinking about what she wants, how much she wants it, and he's feeling the thoughts of it all. They've probably had so many arguments and talks about this stuff that they're like, enough already. What does he have? His element of earth. Well, 9 of Pentacles. He's got his own stability. He's got his own security. He's got his own money. He's got his own sense of self. So he may not need her, so to speak, but he might really be ready to walk away. Now, what I'm going to say is because of the global situation that we're in right now, yes, a lot of people are sequestered in their domains alone, but many are in situations where they're with the people that they're in the twin flame situations, contracts with. Now, again, nothing here screams romantic sexual so far. But what is kind of screaming here is definitely a committed thing, whether it's family or a marriage, some relationship that has really lived past its expiration date. But he's got what he needs to move on, and she's willing to see there's a gift here of her own growth. What's he thinking about this? the Fool. He's thinking about, get me out of Dodge. I'm ready to jump off the cliff. I'm ready to take this in a new direction. I'm ready to begin again. Is he ever? Dionysus, the Fool, willing to take the leap of faith. He's ready to get out of Dodge. You know, there's nothing like... Look, if you're not in the same physical location, the same residence as your twin flame in this situation, doesn't matter. Maybe it's the time apart that has brought the clarity, but I'm feeling a pressure here on both sides of just saying, all right, I need to get out of here. Now, there could be an interpretation that would say that if he's got the card of the Fool in mind, literally in his element of air, that he might be thinking of, well, let's try it again. Let's get a brand new start. But that would really only be if he could really get the mental resolution, if he could get all the pieces of the puzzle on the table and really at least come to the mental conclusion, right? That would make sense, maybe not through reason, but that he could understand a bit more. So I will say for him, he might be a little on the fence that way, and maybe that's why he wants the 10 of Swords, so at least he has all of the data, which is going to mean communication between the two of them, or at least him willing to draw his own conclusions and put an end to this, at least mentally. What's he feeling? 2 major arcana cards as well, the Devil, and she's got the Devil card as well. So what she wants is the freedom from this oppression. He is feeling that oppression, or at least the unhealthy attachment. Now, this could very easily be a codependent situation, meaning that neither one of them are really pursuing their dreams and their goals because of what the other one may think or feel about them. And that is a situation that we needed on planet Earth in order to survive, right? You think hunter-gatherer, agricultural, situations. I said this in the morning reading this morning about unraveling codependence. It's like, well, I want to follow my own dreams, but, the harvest has to be brought in and the cows have to get milk and the babies is a-crying. There's a dependency there. And what will the others think? And what will the neighbors think? And, well, I can't live my life. But this is a visionary we're talking about here. May very well feel in chains and wanting very, very, very much to jump into their vision, right? To really make something happen for themselves regardless of personal gain, although I kind of get has the physical sustenance there to go it alone, right? 9 of Pentacles. What's the voice of the soul here? The Ace of Pentacles. So it really, the voice of the soul saying, do it, right? Take the action. The suit of Pentacles, the element of earth, is usually about some kind of physical action, right? So we think it in the element of air, we choose it, we chew on it, we go back and forth the element of fire as it transforms in our energy field. Water, we're feeling it, we're getting the intuitive hunches. So this can very much be the soul saying, go for it. But definitely a new beginning here, but definitely feeling chained, perhaps chained to this person. This does feel like this situation has run its course. And remember, this need not be romantic sexual. I'm not seeing that. Now, I realize I could have brought in the Whispers of Love Oracle for this, but that's not what my guides gave me. They said go with, last card down, the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn, because this is about all twin flame relationships, all twin flame contracts are about teaching each other how to heal the self. It's not helping each other heal. That's soulmate. Twin flame is you're teaching each other how to heal yourself, respect yourself, love yourself, that kind of deal. Often by being the irresistible force to their immovable object. And it's horrible. But it's really horrible when you can't get away from them because of physical dependence. However, I don't know if anybody should be picking up their beds and walking right now unless it's an absolutely extreme, abusive, neglectful situation. Ordinarily, I'd say pick up your bed and walk, right? Whether if you're being abused, if you're being codependent or being codependent on, manipulated and all of that, or if you're being neglected. But, the state of the world right now, tricky. So that's what we're going to ask the Ascended Masters. Healing Mantra deck card for you all. And it doesn't matter which one of you this is. Take this mantra, run with it. Shall we? Breathe. My Ascended Masters, you see what's on the table here. Please, one card in clarity for this Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame contract for May into June 2020. What is their perfect healing mantra, regardless of which one is watching this? Maybe both of them are. What is the mantra that will help them heal themselves, help them love themselves, help them respect themselves in whatever way, shape, or form that needs to go down in the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, May, June 2020. Okay, inviting ecstasy. I am worthy. Here we go. Bring that in there. Inviting ecstasy. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. So this may well come down to self-worth, right? If you're going to be chanting this for yourself, inviting ecstasy then would make sense. In terms of, well, the alchemist wanting to go from lead to gold, the visionary of really having a bigger picture of their lives, of how they really want to be, their soul calling them. Even the soul, the Ace of Pentacles, they're saying, come on, take a chance on yourself. Inviting ecstasy, I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. When ecstasy is invited, you feel aligned and ready to receive all the miraculous and joyful gifts of experience the universe is ready to provide you. Ecstasy acts as a cosmic green light that grants your your destiny permission to enter. Right? Does that make sense? As you invite ecstasy and it's this green light that you're saying, okay, destiny, let's do this. But destiny comes from alchemizing fate into destiny, what you can't change into taking the hero's journey. In many instances, pain can be healed and released once a healthy relationship with pleasure is established. This mantra is ideal for increasing self-worth, kind of feeling that here, elevating levels of excitement, and allowing bigger dreams. I'm feeling this for both of them. Doesn't matter which one's watching this, it will be helpful. Let me pop up the picture with the overview and we'll see what else pops, shall we? Nice deep breath. Magic clap. We start with the divine feminine alchemist archetype in the shadow, misuse of power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice, the light attribute, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. What does she want? The card of oppression, to be free from oppression, to lift the rocks, the faces, the voices, the opinions, the controls, the abuse, the neglect, the codependence perhaps of others, perhaps this divine masculine here. And her element of earth, what she has to help her with that is the Ace of Blades, the Sibyl, perhaps downloading information from the divine, being that we're dealing with an alchemist archetype here. Maybe there are some new thoughts, some new ways of looking at this. As I said in the beginning, her seeking what is the gift in all of this, taking that gold, extracting it from the lead and moving forward. And in her mind, the Ten of Flames, she wants out. She wants to fulfill this. It's work, but she really wants it. She wants to move through this rite of passage in the happiest, healthiest way so that she can get on with her life. And what? Invite ecstasy into her life. I mean, the hora isn't done at funerals. It's done at bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, and Jewish weddings, right? So it is a celebration. It is an ecstatic dance. And what's going on in her emotional field there is she's got the card of strength, right? The strength card. She has the courage, the fortitude to do this. And with that Six of Blades, the voice of the soul saying, you got to look at this differently, right? Not be manipulative, but look at this differently. Seek out the gift. You know, the Six of Blades, sixes are about harmony and balance. So this could be about counseling, right? About an act of confession in a way that allows her to see things differently, to vent some of her pain of being oppressed, so that she can alchemize the lead to gold. Jumping over here to the divine masculine visionary archetype, the shadow attribute, selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. The light attribute, capacity to envision what others, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain, which is interesting because he's got that Nine of Pentacles there, but looking at his element of fire, what it is that he wants is the Ten of Swords, for this to be over and done with, to at least have the mental part of it, to have the conclusion, maybe to have his steps forward revealed to him, but that's not guaranteed to anybody, particularly in the time of uncertainty that we are in. But with that Nine of Pentacles, he does have a certain safety and security here in terms of physicality, that at least he's got his own talents, his own skills, if not his own money, his own way. But right now, definitely there is a sense of physical safety emanating off of that card, though maybe not a desire to share it. And with that card of the Fool in the mental sphere, definitely dreaming, thinking, visioning of the next step, the freedom, the faith to jump off the cliff into the unknown, not looking where he's going, but sometimes even a visionary sees such the greater picture that they can't see what's right in front of them, and that's just part and parcel of the archetype most of the time. Because emotionally with the Devil there's probably great fear, there's probably great attachment, great sense of dependency, of limitation. Maybe there's even some chemical stuff going on there, so to speak, sort of keeping him, numbing his pain there. But that voice of the soul, the Ace of Pentacles, really saying, you got to go for it. You have to be able to take action on this, that there is a healthy seed being offered, an opportunity being given. And it really does feel like the soul is saying, at least contemplate that, embrace that Ace of Pentacles, and you're thinking about taking the leap. Don't let the Devil hold you back. Well, it is Pan, so perhaps there's even some physical desires that are not being met here that are influencing him emotionally. Now, again, is there anything here screaming romantic sexual relationship? I could see it being that way, but I'm not going to say it is only that, particularly with this card, the healing mantra card of inviting ecstasy. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. That's very twin flamey, and that I do not have to be dependent upon anybody to be worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. I simply need to work this mantra at this point, little by little, inviting ecstasy into my life, which will raise my vibration, which will really put me in tune with the divine self-worth which in me, which can never be stolen. But for the divine feminine, it has to do the alchemy to get from shadow to light, lead to gold, and with the visionary here, needs to actually act on the higher vision. So there we have it, my Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Interesting contract reading. I won't say it's out of the ordinary. I won't say that it's radically different from others that I've seen, though the cards are certainly unique to your situation. But it looks like there is a way through here, and it seems like you're both kind of wanting the same thing with those set of tens there, and that you both have the Devil. Perhaps you're afraid of hurting each other, or the pain that will ensue as a result of moving towards freedom. And that can certainly even be, like I said, with a parent. I know it's so hard to only to see this something else than just a sexual romantic marriage or partnership, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, however that works. But to really remember what that said, that oftentimes pain can be healed once a healthy relationship with pleasure is established. And considering she's got the card of strength there and the emotional card, in the position of water, and he's got the Fool in the mental for divine feminine and divine masculine, it feels like this is doable. So may you be blessed, both of you. May you both be blessed. The Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in your twin flame contracts for May to June 2020, that you may heal, that you may grow, that you may become the best that you can be, and fulfill your roles in the divine plan under grace and in perfect ways for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment in that comment section below. I like to know what this is about, even if you can just say, it's my mother, right? Or dealing with my father, or yes, it's my lover, and gotta get out, I gotta go, yeah, right? Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of May and June. My darlings, my Aries, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.